Welcome to Pet Pals. I'm Bethany Davidson, the Humane Educator here at Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center. We're going to introduce you to just a handful of our adoptable pets in this episode. Honestly, I'm surprised that this guy made it to the show. Usually small dogs are adopted super quickly, and I don't get a chance to showcase them on Pet Pals. But Supra is our 14-year-old, yes, you heard me correctly, 14-year-old Yorkie mix. Unfortunately, he was brought to us because his owners felt like they just didn't have the time to give him the attention and exercise he deserved. And I will say that everyone here will describe Supra as a dog who does not understand how old he is. He is still quite the energetic little guy. He is an animal that's, according to the previous owners, used to being around cats and dogs. Our observations are that he reacts favorably and wants to engage the other dogs in play here at the shelter. They say he's friendly, playful, energetic. He's fairly confident, comes right up to the front, easy to walk. So he has tons of great qualities. He is still learning to make sure he keeps his feet on the ground. When he's outside, he does love to mark. He was recently neutered, so hopefully that helps with that. According to his previous owners, they say that the only thing he's really afraid of is getting his hair cut. So that's something, as a Yorkie, he's going to have to get to be groomed. So that's something that his new family would want to work on, trying to make that as fear-free an experience for him as possible. And then because he is an older guy, he is a dog that needs a dental. So that's something that a new family might need to make sure that they're saving for, so that they can get his teeth cleaned so that he can continue to stay happy and healthy. If you are not deterred by Supra's age, because it is just a number after all, and you want to make this tiny guy part of your family, then you can head on over to visit fcac.as.me to begin that process. Moving up a size or two in the small dog department, we currently have Ozzy looking for his forever home. We just have him listed as a terrier mix, and he is adorable. This 3-year-old still has kind of that wire hair fur, but he is a red brindle. He is just so incredibly cute. And he is a dog that's a little bit shyer. He's not as confident as Supra. Can be a little bit nervous with loud noises and new environments. So he needs a family that's just willing to take it nice and slow with him, let him come to you. But he is won over by some of his favorite things. It's frequently that, treats are helpful. I know that when I was meeting Ozzy, treats definitely helped him feel a little bit more comfortable with me. Like, hey, she has some awesome stuff. She must not be that bad. And he loves toys. So he wants to play. He loves those squeaky toys. So that can kind of also be a way to kind of work your way into his heart, is to give him something to play with. Once he's comfortable with you, he does lean in. He enjoys affection. He is very, easy to walk, and he seems to be reacting favorably to other dogs. He's about 30 pounds, but because he can be nervous around those loud noises and new environments, we are recommending no small children for him. That's going to be typically kids under 6, but it's important to understand your children. If your kids are a little bit older, but still maybe not super dog savvy, then maybe he's still not the right fit for you. So just kind of using your own, trusting your own judgment there. He is a dog with a lot of potential, and again, he's very cute, very sweet. Just really needs to work on building that confidence so that he can feel more comfortable and kind of really blossom into the fullest version of himself. And if you are a family that thinks that you can help Ozzy do that, you can start that process by booking that appointment at visitfcac.as.me. We've officially moved into our new cat adoption floor, so you're going to be seeing our adoptable felines in their new enclosures for the first time. So that's what's going on. If you're like, why are these cages a different color? We're happy to kind of introduce you to these new enclosures for our cats. And Hoda is going to be the first one to kind of showcase that for you. She's a recent addition to our adoption floor. She's a young cat at 1-year-old. So we don't have a ton of adoptable kittens right now, but we do have quite a few of these cats in that 1-year-old range, just out of their teenage years, still plenty of life ahead of them, still plenty of energy. and things of that nature. Hoda can be a little bit shy at first, but she definitely warms up very quickly. She seemed a little bit like, oh, who are you, when I started kind of messing with her. And by the end of our interaction together, she was seeking attention. She was super stoked to be playing, engaging in toys and things like that. So just takes a little time to settle in. And, when we're talking to our adopters, especially, with our cat population, we are recommending that you kind of keep them in a smaller area, a room with a door that closes for, about 10 days to help them settle in. It's going to be important for a couple reasons. Like with Hoda, she was recently spayed, so we want to make sure that she's healed properly before she goes zooming around the house, which she might do. And then if you have additional cats in the household, it's a good quarantine period, a good period of time to kind of let them start to identify that there's other animals in the house. But also when they're a little bit shyer and they're used to living in these confined spaces and shelter environments, it gives them that time to warm up to more space so that they don't feel overwhelmed. So that's really going to be something that's going to be helpful for Hoda and any newly adopted cat that you might have. She's got those great black and white markings, the cute little pink spot on her nose, just a lot of personality. Again, affectionate, playful. She's really checking all those boxes. And if that's what you're looking for, in order to make her part of your family, you're going to have to head to that booking site and go to visit fcac.as.me. At this point, Scarlett is one of our longer residents. She's been with us since about July 14th. And she was a little bit shy when she first got here. Not unwilling to interact, but, a little bit more, to the back of her cage. She needed encouragement to kind of greet visitors and things like that. And then I went away to a training and then went on vacation, and I came back, and Scarlett is a whole new version of herself. She is a confident, friendly, social little butterfly. And when you go to greet her, she might be hiding, not hiding per se, but just like sleeping in her cozy, a cubby area. As soon as you open the cage door, she's right there, greeting you with a meow, and then right straight into the purr. She has quite the purr, so if you're into ASMR and those types of things, she might be a good cat for you. She is very quick to purr. She wants to initiate petting. She's, rubbing your hand and rolling all over the place. Definitely loves petting sessions and just getting that affection from her human. Now, while she does love her humans, she's not really a fan of other cats. She does need to be the only cat in a home. But for a lot of people, they're just looking for one cat. And Scarlett is one of about 2 cats that we have on the floor, Hazel being the other one that really prefers to be the queens of their kingdom, so to speak. She has a playful side as well. So it's not just attention all the time, wanting to be petted. She is happy to play and engage in that way, but she's also, again, happy to kind of hang out by herself and take a nap. So she's not necessarily the Velcro cat, but she will vocalize and come seek attention when she wants it from you. She is a beautiful black cat as well. She has a great coat, very soft. She's got those nice kind of yellow-green eyes. She is the total package. And if the total package is what you're looking for, then maybe 3-year-old Scarlett is the cat for you. And because she's already 3 years old, those personality traits are going to be more set than if you were to get a kitten who's still kind of figuring out what they like and what they don't like. So if you're interested in adopting Scarlett, you can start that process by heading over to visit fcac.as.me. I don't showcase a lot of kittens on Pet Pals because they get adopted so quickly, but Ricky has been with us for a while, and part of that reason is that this 4-month-old guy is part of our Frady cat program. So he and his sister Sally, who has since been adopted, came in, and they were a little bit more on the nervous side. So we made, particularly Ricky, a Frady cat. And people often ask, well, what does that mean? So these are cats that are a little bit more fearful in this environment, a little bit more under-socialized maybe. They are really relying on our volunteers to teach them that human interaction is awesome. And our volunteers are very dedicated to giving these guys the extra TLC that they need. And along with that, just the time to acclimate into a new environment. And we've seen with Ricky that he is definitely growing into a much more confident social cat. cats can graduate out of this program, and it's possible that Ricky is well on his way to getting that kind of Frady cat diploma, if you will. Walking in now, you can see he's playing, he's not hiding behind, different items in his enclosure. When you open the door, he's not hissing and running away. He's, staying there or coming forward and seeking out attention. But that doesn't mean that he won't have a couple setbacks if he gets into a home environment. Sometimes, when they're in a home environment, they're like, oh, wait, this isn't my house. This is unfamiliar. I'm a little bit nervous again. And in other cases, they're like, oh, there's so many less noises and smells here. This is awesome. And they really just blossom very quickly. So when you have a cat that's on the shyer side, you kind of have to be prepared for both. Hopefully he will continue to grow and transform into a much more confident, typical kitten, which is what we want for him. And he's definitely been doing better since his sister's been gone. He has, he's had to kind of speak up for himself, I guess, if you will. So he is accustomed to being with another cat, so he would probably do fine in that environment, but he is thriving as a single cat as well. So if you're willing to kind of be patient and take the time with a shyer kitten, then stop on in and meet with Ricky. You can do that by heading to visit fcac.as.me. Oreo is one of several senior-aged cats that we have on the adoption floor. Actually, we have quite a few of them. He's about 7 years old, so he's kind of at the younger end of that senior spectrum. And unfortunately, Oreo came to us because his elderly owners were in poor health. And we see this a lot, unfortunately, and hopefully we can get Oreo into a new home where he can continue to feel the love that he has for most of his life. So he is used to kind of being in a quieter environment, and he seems to prefer that. They describe him as very sweet and very loving, and I have definitely seen that myself, but they also say that he can be a little bit shy. Oreo initially was kind of hiding and things like that, and he still kind of likes to hang out in his kind of cozy little safe spots, but he is showing more and more frequently that he really enjoys attention and affection. And like his owner stated in the paperwork, he will come up and rub your hand. He wants to solicit petting, and he has the loudest, best purr. So he's still kind of in that zone where he's not sure if he feels super safe yet. So he's kind of like half in his porthole, half in, in his hidey spots. He's kind of like, on either side, kind of like, I want to get petted, but also if I hear a loud noise, I can quickly retreat back in here. So because of those reasons, we have recommended that he go to a home without small children. That's because small kids, they can be a little bit louder, and they can might be more prone to startle him or make him feel less comfortable. But if you're looking for a cat just to hang out with you and lap up all of the affection you have to give, especially if you're a senior yourself, he's used to living in that kind of environment. So he would probably love to go back to that familiar type of space. And he's definitely going to make someone a wonderful companion. And if you want that companion to be you, you're going to have to head over to visit fcac.as.me to start that process. Not only can you book an appointment to visit with him there, and you can also go ahead and download an application and get that filled out there as well. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed meeting these amazing adoptable pets. Keep tuning in for more.